Guys, I wanted to talk to y'all about something real quick. A lot of times you'll see people training online, and people would say that there's certain things you can't do on the punching bag that you can't do on the streets. So if you've never been in a fight, like I've trained on tournaments and I've trained the regular fights, but you've never been in a tournament or a training situation or a training exhibition, of course you won't know what to do. But when you see certain people, they say like, "Oh, you won't be able to do stuff like that on the streets." So like holding somebody like this, of course you won't be able to do something like that on the streets. Hold on, I was cutting the grass. That's why I had my mask on. Let me take my mask off to talk to y'all. I When I cut my grass, I don't want the grass to get in my nose. So let me take my mask off so I can talk to y'all. So if you see somebody like this, you understand? Of course, you're not going to be able to do this on the streets. Of course. You're not going to be able to do this on the street. You're not going to be able to push somebody's chest with your elbow on the street. But if you notice, I got my chin tucked down like this so I don't take no hits on the chin, and I got my hand here guarding my chin as well. So it's like if you push this person and you just hit, some people would say, well, you're not going to be able to do that in a street fight. Of course, you're not going to be able to do none of this in a street fight because in a street fight, this person is going to be throwing all these wild punches, and it's going to look real crazy. But that's why you got these things here. You will see people doing, and holding the people back. You will see like all of this stuff going on. Of course, you're going to be taking hits to the face, but you still want to guard. This is still guarded. See that, guys? That's still guarded. This is still guarded. So even if I have my hands here, you understand? I'm not going to punch the bag, but still, if I'm guarding here, I can still hit you here in the stomach. You understand what I'm saying? So even though under all of that, I can still, boom, still take, bam, bam, wow. You're going to still take some hits. A lot of this stuff seems impractical to a person that's not standing around you because, again, a lot of people are not used to training themselves to do this as second nature. The reason why it won't seem to work is because you're not used to doing this as second nature. Yeah, if you go just on the streets, you just come out, you just try to poke somebody in their chest, yeah, you're gonna get knocked out. But if you like, you getting in there, you getting in there, you digging in there, you got all these things going on, and you ducking all of these punches, hit, wow, you just in there, boom. This person ain't gonna see that coming. This person not gonna see that coming, especially if they're a street fighter. Now, with trained fighters, of course, you're not gonna be able to do none of this. Trained fighters, you need like most distance. You got to be more strategic with trained fighters, and of course, you're not gonna be able to do none of this with a trained fighter. So, a lot of times when you see these videos online and you see these people just showing you stuff that they're doing on a bag or showing you practicing things that they're doing on the bag, of course, you won't be able to do none of this stuff in a real fight. I've been training in martial arts since 2005, so I wouldn't know to not go out here and try to fight a trained person like I would train the street fighter. Street fighters, they like to throw wild punches. That's why with a street fighter, you can be in here like this, and they're gonna try to throw a wild punch. You might say, "Well, I'm gonna dig in there with a hook." You see that? You're doing all of these different things that you got going on, but you're still protecting yourself. Uh, you want to be smart on the offense. You don't want to be wild on your offense. You want to be smart on your offense because if you're just trying to go for a knockout, you might get knocked out. I always see these UFC guys with their hands down here and trying to get a knockout, and then lights out. But you want to have your hands low. Your hands want to be high. You got to keep your hands in the defensive state. You don't want to keep your hands down here. You want to make sure your hands is all the way up. You're protecting yourself at all times. We ain't even talked about the legs and stuff yet. We ain't even talked about driving a knee into a person yet. We ain't even talk about none of that. We ain't incorporate none of this yet. None of this has been incorporated. So a lot of things, yes, they are unpractical that you see online, guys. a lot of things you're not going to be able to do in a street fight. Guys, if you like videos like this, I'm not sure if I'm gonna do many of these videos. I just was here in my shed doing the little things on my bag like I usually do. But if you want me to make more videos like this and you catch this video, let me know because I can bring my son out here who's about my height and I can show different train because I'm going to train him anyway. I can show different things that you can do with different people in certain situations. But you got to understand something. If you don't train consistently, a lot of this stuff ain't going to work on the street. So the best thing you want to do is get a consistent training mechanism down. That way, when you are on the street, some of this stuff is second nature. You see, you just automatically you duck your head down. Some of this stuff is second nature. You need some type of defense in a street fight. No type of defense is a bad defense. So you can't crack jokes on people who are just trying to show you simple things. But I hope that makes sense to you guys. You've been watching Informative Classics. Hopefully somewhere in this video, I've been informative. I will catch you guys in the next one. Peace out.